You ever wonder what would happen if you combined a world-class guitar player with a company who builds world-class guitars? Well, this is what happens. Introducing John Petrucci's latest signature guitar. It's the Ernie Music Man Monarchy Majesty series. Let's take a look. Alright, let's go over all the features on this masterpiece. Starting up here, you have the Schaller locking tuners, which is an excellent upgrade. Most people, when they buy a guitar, that's the first thing they want to upgrade on that. And this already has that, so that's one step you don't have to take. You also have a 25.5-inch scale ebony fretboard with 24 stainless steel medium jumbo frets fitted with custom JP Majesty inlays. This guitar is made up of an African mahogany body with a Honduran mahogany neck-through design. The neck has a matte finish and it's treated with gunstock oil. What I like about that is it's always going to be very smooth and your hand will never stick to it. And I've had this guitar for a year and I've never once had any issues with that. One of the things I really like about the wood choice that they made on this fretboard is the fact that it sounds very bold and robust, and as opposed to like a lighter, spankier kind of wood that sounds very thin and light and airy, I really love how the notes just come off of this fretboard. And believe it or not, the fretboard has a lot of say over how big your notes are, and they don't get any bigger than this. This guitar, weighing in at only 7 pounds and 3 ounces, is very light, but it actually sounds like it weighs 1,000 pounds. This thing has a huge sonic footprint, and it's amazing how the sound just roars out of this thing. Speaking of sound, let's talk about the pickups real quick. These are his latest pickups that are made by DiMarzio, and they're John Petrucci's signature pickups, and they're called Sonic Ecstasy. And they actually live up to the name big time. I feel that they're extremely balanced, and the cleans are amazing out of them. And when you click on the distortion, they have a really, really tight sound, and there's nothing I would change about them. This guitar is fitted with 2 3-way toggle switches. So down here you have your standard configuration. You have your bridge pickup, a blend between the bridge and the neck pickup, and then up here you have your neck pickup. Okay, and up here on the top horn, you have another selector switch that chooses between the piezo only, a blend between the piezo and whatever pickups you select down here, and then you go back down to the regular humbucker pickups. This guitar is also fitted with a custom Music Man active preamp system. Your volume knob is equipped with a push-push design that will activate up to 20 decibels worth of boost. All you have to do is push it to turn it on, push it again to turn it off. So what that means to you is if you're running around on stage and you got that solo coming up and you need that boost and you're not near your pedal board, well, you got your boost button right here. All you have to do is push it and it pops out and it gives you up to 20 decibels worth of boost. Your tone knob features a coil tap option activated by the push-push design as well. Turn it on for coil tap. All you have to do is push it, it comes out. Push it again, it turns it off. This guitar is also fitted with John Petrucci's custom Music Man piezo floating bridge. One of my absolute favorite features about this guitar is the fact that you can adjust the truss rod right here, right by the neck pickup, and you don't have to remove anything to get to it. It's very easy to get to, and I love the placement for 2 reasons. Number 1, obviously it's easy to get to. And number 2, it actually makes sense to adjust your neck here as opposed to up here where a lot of guitars do it. Because if your adjustment is up here, you can only adjust down to about the 12th fret, and after that, if you have any movement in your neck here, you can't, after a certain amount of time, you can't fix that. You'll actually have to take it into a luthier and have him take the neck off and flatten it and press it and get it back in line that way. With this, most of your adjustment is used because you need to shred, you need to go fast, you need that lower action so that you can do that. This is the best place to do it because that'll never happen here. You'll never not be able to adjust your neck down here at all. So no matter how much it gets out of whack, all you have to do is just give it a quick turn and you're back in business. Another thing I really like about this guitar is it's very easy to keep the tremolo bar tight. I like my tremolo bar tight. I don't want it to be loose. I want it to be right where I need it all the time, and I want it to flutter. So if you have a tight bar, it'll flutter. If you don't, it won't. So it's that simple. And there's a lot of guitars out there where you have to replace bushings or do other things, and you could strip out the threads or whatever. That'll never happen on this guitar, because all you have to do is go in from behind the bar, and there's a little screw with a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench, and you just turn it and it tightens the bar right back up again, and you're back in business. Okay, so now I want to talk to you really quick about the look and the feel and the ergonomics of this guitar, because I think they're very important things to discuss about this particular instrument. It feels, like I said before, it's very light, it's very comfortable, it's very balanced. It doesn't shift in either direction when I let go of it. So, and that's a really nice thing, because you're not constantly like monitoring where your guitar is wanting to go. It wants to stay here. You know, it's very balanced. The neck feels amazing. With the gunstock oil on it, like I said earlier, your hand slides across the neck very easily. You don't get stuck. You don't feel like you're going over speed bumps or a cheese grater. I've played certain guitars before where, certain situations where it's kind of hot and sticky out, your hand just sticks to the neck and it drives you nuts. Never happened on this instrument. As far as how it looks, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. I mean, the front of it has a gloss finish, which really brings out the wood grain. And as you can see, it's colored. It's a stained finish, but it still shows all of the wood grain. And look at the shield. Look at the attention to detail they put there. It's a flame maple top here on the shield, and the detail is amazing. And if you get really close on this, there's a lot of other details that you notice with the wood grain. So I really like what they did with that. Now, regarding the ergonomics, there's a beveled kind of edge here, and it's very smooth, and your arm just wants to be here, and it's very comfortable. One of the things that John Petrucci was very adamant about is that when he moved his arm across the guitar in any direction, everything was extremely accessible. You'll notice that the switches are not straight. They're actually angled slightly so that they're very easily accessed by you when you're playing. You know, this guitar is made for somebody who really wants to utilize speed and accuracy and intensity. And in order to do that, you need stuff that's very accessible. I mean, for instance, a lot of guitars will have the pickup selector underneath the volume knob. I don't like that. I don't want to have to jump over a volume knob to switch pickups, especially when I'm doing a solo and I get up past the 12th fret here and I want to go to my neck pickup, and I can't do it quickly on a guitar like that. But on this one, I can actually pick, and switch pickups while I'm actually playing, which you can't do on a lot of guitars. So that's a testament to another reason why you should give this guitar a look, because the ergonomics are fantastic. I mean, the volume knobs actually have grips on them, so you can run your pinky up and down the volume knob and it won't slip, even if your hand's sweaty. It sticks to it very well. And like I said, with the push-push, if I want to boost, I just push it, turn it on, do my little run, turn it back off. Done. Very simple. And then you got the push-push on the coil tap. Very simple, very easy. So everything here is laid out so that nothing gets in your way. And speaking of getting in your way, check this out. I can get my hand all the way up here to access all the frets, at the top of the scale here. And there's no bolt-on situation with the neck getting in my way. It's flat. It's flush with the body. So I'm easily able to get to all of the frets up here, and it's very comfortable. In a lot of guitars, you're always doing the angle thing, and you got that big hump back here that you're trying to get around. With this guitar, you don't have that issue. You can slide your hand all the way up here easily and access everything. So that's also a big, big feature on this guitar. In fact, I love that feature so much now that I have other guitars that have the bolt-on neck, and every time I play them, I'm not used to hitting that when I'm sliding up, and it's always annoying to me now. And I'm kind of spoiled. I really like that feature very much now. So I really do prefer the Majesty guitars over everything else that I own. So like I said, on the front, you have a nice gloss finish that's beautiful, and it brings out all of the different characteristics in the wood and the details that you see here. But on the back, it's made for comfort. It's a matte finish, so it won't stick to your clothes. Well, now that we've talked about the piezo pickup feature on this guitar, I want to give you an opportunity to hear what it actually sounds like. I'm going to have several clips here to demonstrate what it sounds like straight right into the recording interface with no effects, and I'm going to have it blended with the different pickup selections here. And then I'm also going to give you an opportunity to hear what it sounds like when you put a little magic on it. So if you really appreciate quality and you want a guitar that has great attention to detail and it's perfectly made and it's made to be out of your way and to support all of the things that you want to do as a musician, as a writer, as a performer, trust me, you definitely want to take a look at one of these guitars. One other thing that I would really like to mention on this guitar too is the fact that they've spared no expense. They cut no corners to make this the highest quality guitar that you can buy. A lot of people like to go out and get tone blocks from FU Tone and different places like that. This actually has a really nice tone block inside of it, so there's no need to upgrade any of the electronics or any of the components on this guitar. They're all already top of the line. This is my favorite guitar. I've owned it for almost a year now, and I am not parting with this. In fact, I have two Majesties, and I think that they're fantastic guitars, and I'm spoiled. There's really no other guitar out there that I would rather play than this one. Well, I definitely want to thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to reading your questions and your comments. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of great stuff coming up, a lot of great reviews, and we're actually going to do a lot of shootouts as well. So we're looking forward to that.